All right, we are going to talk about some long A homophones. And if you don't know, homophones are words that sound the same, like waste and waste, but they're spelled differently and they have different meanings as well. And you'll see here that all of these words have the long A sound or an A sound, and they're spelled with either an A and an I, or with an A and an E on either side of the consonant letter. And they all have that same pattern with the exception of this triple set down here. So we're just going to get into the meanings of these words and what do they mean so you can tell the difference. And this list, by the way, is part of Words Their Way Sort 47 of within word patterns, but really anyone interested in learning about these words will probably benefit. So let's start with main and main. The first main means the most important, and the other main would be the thick hair of a horse or male lion. And here you can see some examples. You can see the lion's mane here and the horse's mane. And this is the main street of a town, and that means it's the most important street, which probably goes right through the center of the town. And since I've already used it here, let's do male and male. So the first one spelled like this would be sending letters or packages, that is the mail, sent in the mail. This male means like a boy or a man. The opposite would be female, like a girl or woman. And there are some pictures to help you understand if you are more of a visual learner. Moving on. Next we can do, we'll stick with some M words, maid and maid. And this maid is like a female worker in houses who usually does like cleaning and things like that. It's a little bit old-fashioned, but they usually wear an apron and a little hat like that, and they do housework. And the other maid, of course, is simply the past tense of the word make. And then next, let's do maize and maize. And the first maze is like a little puzzle of paths and lines, and you try to find your way through the puzzle. And this could be on paper, or it could be like built, like with fences, like an actual maze you could go through. And the other maze, you might not know that one. And that maize is quite simply corn. Just another word for corn is maize. And now let's move over here. And next we can look at sail and sail. And this first one here is to move with the wind. Usually it refers to a boat. And it could be a verb, or also this part is called the sail, the noun. This is the sail of the boat. And the other sail, it's connected to when something is sold, or it could just mean a lower price. If something is on sale or for sale, it's cheaper than the normal price or a lower price. Next, let's do hare and hare. And the hare on the right here is a large rabbit, like the one in the picture there. And of course, the hair on the left, that's simply the hair that grows on your head. And next, let's take a look at pane and pain. And the AI version here is when something hurts, you have pain. And the other pain is one you might not know. It's a sheet of glass, usually for a window or for a door. So you can see this is a large window pane. And it could sometimes be made of plastic, but usually a pane is made of glass. But you have the window and then the pane in the window. And let's keep going here, waist and waist. This waist over here on the left is the middle part of your body, and specifically it's between like your ribs and your hips. But if you wear a belt, it goes around your waist. And the other waist could be just another word for garbage, but it also means to use something carelessly, like if you're wasting time, you're not using it carefully, or if you're wasting paper. you're using it carelessly. Waste. All right, we've got a few more of these to get through. Next up, let's do pail and pail, and these are pretty simple. So the AI pail is simply a bucket, like for carrying water or sand or whatever. And this pail with the ALE is a light color, like pale, these pale colors here. Or if someone is sick, often you'll say they look pale because their skin looks like a light color because of the sickness. So those are the two pails. Next up, why don't we do ale and ale? And these maybe are less common for elementary students, but this ale means to give pain. So if something is ailing, like if my back is ailing, I have pain. The other ale is a drink. For example, you probably know ginger ale. And to be honest, it's more commonly a type of beer, but this is the type of ale you probably know, ginger ale. And one more pair, and then the triple, we have plain and plain. And these actually have multiple meanings for both words, but we'll keep it simple. The plain on the left, it means simple or not fancy, like a plain outfit or a plain sandwich, nothing much on it. And of course, this plane here is the flying vehicle. You can fly in an airplane. And the last thing left is just the triple homophone. And this one is one of the most common mistakes in the English language. These three words, there, and there. Even adults you see make this mistake. So let's give them a very simple definition. The first there is a contraction. It means they are. If you can replace the there with they are, then that's the one that fits there. The next one, THERE, is usually referring to a place, like over there or right there. Also, if you're going to say there is or there are, that's the there you're using. THERE. And the last one, THEIR, that is the one you use when somebody owns something, like this is their house or this is their school. When someone owns something, or really it's more than one person, when people own something, it is theirs. That's the one you use for that. So that was a lot for this week. We literally did 25 words, and you can see them here, or some of them here. And I'll put a link to some other word study videos if you'd like to see some more. And then we'll try to make some games to practice these homophones too. So I'll put links to some games as well. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.